Matthew 6:34 urges us not to worry about tomorrow. It says tomorrow will worry about itself. It goes on to say each day has enough trouble of its own. That's easier said than done. Don't worry about tomorrow. When you have some terrible news, a tough situation, all you think about is what's next, what's going to happen, what's going to become. But the Bible at Matthew 6:34 urges us not to worry about tomorrow. God knows your tomorrow. And God does not let go of your hand. But worrying can cause you to let go of God's hand. Too much of it. If you rest in the fact that God has you, you're part of his plan, you can trust him. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, you'll come through successfully. And your enemies won't have the last say. But can you trust him? Do you believe that in the seasons of trials, the seasons of silence, God is still working behind the scene? The truth is, he is. The Bible says all things, not some things, but all things work out for the good of those that love the Lord. So under pressure, when the turbulence hit, if you can find some time to reflect on your God, his love for you, and all the many things that just had to be God, find rest. Sometimes God allows the situation, and oh yeah, the enemy be feeling like they're winning. They got this. Oh yes, they got you just where they want you to be. But sometimes that situation stands a chance of glorifying God's holy name. But if you're worried, if you're stressed, if you don't believe that God is with you, is on your side, it's going to make it difficult. When Joseph had to go into slavery, it must have been the hardest time for a young man. When King Saul was chasing David, it must have been very overwhelming. What could he think about? Yeah, what are the thoughts in his head? But he said, I will praise you in the morning. I'll sing about your love. Was he not afraid for his life? But he trusted in his God. He was courageous. He found out that it wasn't Saul that was the most important thing, person, situation facing him, but it was God. What he did would reflect his relationship and his trust and his reliance on God. So even when the time came that he could have killed Saul, at a time when an eye for an eye was a norm, he still trusted in God. He didn't show respect for the king. He showed respect for the anointed of God. Under stress, worries, it takes that ability away from us to see God in whatever situation we are going through. But if we can rest in the fact that God's not going to leave us, and he says, don't worry, not even about tomorrow, we're in good hands. This is Magdala with a time for God, presenting the Under 5 Minutes at 5 a.m. motivationals. You have your lovely day, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.